The masses of 1 meter cube of aluminium and iron are given, and we are asked to find the radius of solid aluminium sphere that balances a solid iron sphere of radius 2 cm on an equal arm length. So let us look what parameters are given. So the mass of aluminium in 1 meter cube is given, mass of iron in 1 meter cube is given. So these two parameters are in fact density of iron and aluminium. So the density of aluminium is 2.70 into 10 raised to power 3, and the density of iron is 7.86 into 10 raised to power 3. So the radius of iron sphere is R1, which is equal to 2 cm, and we are asked to find the radius of aluminium sphere, which is R2, and we are asked to find this. So now let us look at this figure. So if we place these two spheres at equal distance from the center and they are balancing each other, so it means their weight are equals. So I can write W1 is equal to W2. From there I can obtain M1 is equal to M2, means the masses of both spheres should be equal. So this is a condition here. So we know that the formula for density, which is equal to M by V. So I can write this for iron. So the mass of iron is equal to density of iron into volume of iron. So density of iron is given, which is 7.86 into 10 raised to power 3, and volume of iron sphere can be found because we know the radius. So this is 4 pi by 3 into radius cube, which is 2 into 10 raised to power minus 2 cube. So this relation gives me the mass of iron sphere, which is equal to 0.263 kg. So also we have a condition that M1 is equal to M2. So the mass of aluminium solid sphere is 0.263 kg. So again I can write this expression for the aluminium. So density of aluminium is equal to mass of aluminium divided by volume of aluminium. But now I know the M2 and I know the density, so I can find this V2, volume of this sphere. So V2 is equal to M2 by rho 2. So putting the value of M2, which is 0.263 kg, and the value of rho 2, which is 2.70 into 10 raised to power 3, so I can solve this and I get this. So this is the volume of this aluminium sphere, that is 9.74 into 10 raised to power minus 5 meter cube. But we are asked to find the radius of this aluminium sphere. So now I know the volume, so I can easily find the radius. So this is given by this expression. So putting the value of volume here, so I can find this R2 cube, and taking its cube root I can find this radius, which turns out to be 2.85 centimeters. So this is what is asked in this question. So this is problem number 41, and in this problem it is asked to find the number of ping pong balls that would fit into an average size room. So I have never so I have never seen a ping pong ball in reality, but I have seen it in a movie. So I can assume that the radius of this ball is approximately 3 centimeter, that is almost 1.5 inches. So this is just a rough estimate. So this is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meter. So it means that the radius of this ping pong ball is of the order of 10 raised to power minus 2 meter. And now let us make an estimate for an average room. So let us consider that the measurements of room are 15 into 15 into 15. So this will give me 9.55 into 10 raised to power 1 or into approximately 10 raised to power 2 meter cube. So the volume of this ball can be found. So 4 pi by 3 is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2 whole cube. So it turns out to be approximately 10 raised to power minus 4. So it means the volume of this ping pong ball is approximately of the order of 10 raised to power minus 4, and we know the volume of an average room, which is of the order of 10 raised to power 2. So to find the number of ping pong balls, I can divide the volume of room by the volume of single ball. So it will be 10 raised to power 2 divided by 10 raised to power minus 4. So this will give me 10 raised to power 6. So approximately 1 1 million balls can fit in an average size room. So the last problem here is the automobile tire is rated to last for 50,000 miles. Estimate the number of revolutions the tire will make in its lifetime. Okay, so let us consider that the radius of a tire is 1 foot. So the circumference of this circle will be 2 pi times r. So this will be 6 feet. So I can convert this into meters. So we know that 1 feet is equal to 0.3048. So 6 multiplied by 0.3048. So it is approximately equal to 10 raised to power 0, means that it is almost around about 1 meter. So this is an estimate. So second, I have this 50,000 miles, so I can express this distance in terms of meter. So 50,000 multiplied by 1609 meter, because 1 mile is equal to 1609 meter. So this turns out to be 10 raised to power 7 meters. So the distance is 10 raised to power 7 meters, and the distance traveled in one revolution is approximately equal to 10 raised to power 0. So if I divide the total distance by the distance in a single revolution, so this will be 10 raised to power 7 divided by 10 raised to power 0. So this is approximately equal to 10 raised to power 7 revolutions. So this is the number of revolutions. Please note that these are just very rough estimates, so you can make a more accurate measurement by knowing the actual dimensions of tire